about Malphite is stacking armor, but Olaf comes in with a whole heap of true damage. So that's going to be a tricky lane for Wicked. He's going to need a lot of help from Snoopy.
So take us through these team comps right now. We can see obviously we've got the universal power of Cuartos in there. You've got the Malphite ultimate, you've got Cho'Gath Disrupt, you've got Leona. There's a hell of a lot of crowd control from CLG, whereas you look at World Elite, they've gone into this one, they've got the Orianna pull, they could technically put that ball.
Yeah, to get first blood, Weezhao's going to try and get away from this one, the Ignite goes down, he does manage to escape it, just about, so Ignite was used, that did manage to have to burn his flash though, so Weezhao already in the bot lane has no flash.
That could be very big, especially with the aggressive lanes coming out. Crepo on Leona wants to kill early, as does a lot of teams, and here's a delayed invade. They're going to try to pull the blue like every other team has done. They're going to get this one. It's going to delay CLG's blue.
There's the blue. They do hooky through. Have they got the damage? And CLG are ready for this one. There's the rupture. It's going to hit straight across. Messiah goes down to Crepo. First blood. The exhaust goes down on Blitzcrank as well. They thought about following up. They're going to back away. Clearlove now has got a little bit too close. He could get the stun from Crepo instead. Chaume may be able to have a little bit of help from Maokai and dive on him. Currently the blue buff has just been exchanged. Messiah's picking that one up. But Wicked down this bottom here. A couple of axes coming across him will definitely work him down. Obviously he has that passive. He did manage to dodge out away a bit, but that's what I'm talking about. Chaume just putting that true damage down on him. The axe going across. He is incredibly low down the bottom there. They have grabbed Crepo though. They're going to put the ultimate across MCTF. They have got the exhaust down. He should be able to get away from it. Wicked meanwhile has gone down that bottom lane. Cuartos ultimate is not going to land in a full length ultimate grab. What a fantastic grab there. And Weezhao picks up the kill. Chaume will go down in that bottom lane. It's a 2-for-2 exchange now. Oh wow, what a crazy fight. We missed the Wicked exchange actually. I think it was Snoop.
No one outfarms CLG EU in almost any circumstances, and the fact that they're essentially right now beating CLG EU at their own game, which is just farming pressure. Clearlove hasn't been anywhere for ganks. Every lane is just bullying, and it's overall pressure. It's kind of handcuffing CLG EU here. There's a pull.
Crepo's getting hooked in there, but he's going to have enough to get out of this one. Just the lateral damage goes across. He's the Igniter. The Ignite will take him down. Weezhao drops. Yellow Pete's got to be careful now because that hook will be back up in a few moments. He could get the power fist on him, and he can just get that arcane shifts away from the bookshot there. But we do see Orianna, Clearlove, and Messiah heading down. Yellow Pete's got to be careful. He's got Snoopy coming to try and protect him, but I'm not sure they're in a position to be able to protect against the 4v2. Snoopy now realizes he is in desperate trouble. Yellow Pete backs out of it. Snoopy should be able to back off, and he will indeed back away, and that is going to be the bottom turret gone. FCTF does pick that pushed heavily, and again CLG still continuing to be grouped up, so CLG definitely changing their level of play here a little bit. They're not going to stick to those farming lanes. They are insisting on getting this turret. They should get it this time around though.
And that was just, there's the initiate!
But a Wicked dives in there, FCZF gets dropped straight away. The Orianna ultimate pulls Crepo in there. Chaume's going to try and get up to Crepo. Finally they take the turret down. They're a little slow on that one. Crepo's gone down, Wicked has gone down, Froggen is going to drop. He's got his disruption slowly in there, has got his ultimate available, but there's not enough damage across. Clearlove has gone down. That's an Oracle down as well on Clearlove. That has definitely worked in their favor. It's a 3-for-3 exchange, 3-for-2 exchange, sorry. And that looks like Weezhao is going to take this turret down off the back of that one. So Team WE, despite the fact they got initiated on, are going to come out on top. If they can take this inner turret, that is disastrous for CLG.
And that's actually what WE wanted. That's why they were around split pushing the lanes. They're just worried about overall advantage, and they're turning around CLG's strategy on themselves.
Wow.
2 turrets out of that fight. It wasn't.
They knew they'd managed to finish him off, but well, the call straight away was back out. Wicked went in.
You could hear some miscommunication there. Oh, WE trying to get initiation. They're going to get Froggen.
They're going to go for Froggen. The Orianna ultimate missing there, and FCZF also. Froggen is going to go down. Has he got enough to kind of follow it off? Obviously his ultimate's not available. Big, long global cooldown on that now, and that is going to be a problem. And that is 7-4.
Oh wow, they're going for a Baron right now.
They are going for a Baron. They've already started the Baron. Chaume already in there, tanking it up. He could definitely take a lot of damage on this one. How are CLG going to react to this one? There's the ultimate coming across far too early. They've got not a lot of vision, if any at all, of the Baron pit, so they realize
they have to back out of this.
One out. They are going to back out, and there is Snoopy. He's going to come around. They're going to try and pick him an advantage. Wicked is just below. Yeah, they're going to back straight off from this one. They did manage to force them off that Baron, though. That was a close them off here. We've got Orianna just across the side. We'll have their ultimate really just blocking them off. They're not forcing them back here. They're going to go for an engage. They're going to go straight in there. Wicked actually is caught in the middle of it. Hasn't managed to pop his ultimate. Now he gets the ultimate. Yes, the ultimate goes across. Clearlove taken down very low. Froggen's going to try and get in. He could potentially pick up multi-kills here. He's got Requiem available. He's going to pop Requiem surely. He will take down Clearlove. He will not get Weezhao though. Weezhao's got to be careful. He doesn't get engaged on the back of that one, but Orianna is causing all sorts of problems. Messiah in there. Yellow Pete taking incredible
incredibly low, but they really want to take this turret down. Snoopy's going to have his work cut out stopping these three members, taking the first inhibitor turret, and WE off the back of a dragon turn that into an inhibitor kill. Very, very nice.
And WE is coming out of these fights ahead and then pushing afterwards. They're fighting in the right spots and getting CLG low and...
Game just collapsed in. Oh, are they going to try and collapse in here? If we could just get the camera up a little bit more, we might be able to see the action. It is Froggen, he got hooked in, he got destroyed. There's the Malphite ultimate. They do get the ultimate across the entire of Crepo. Froggen should be able to pick up one kill off the back of this one. Weezhao taking incredibly low. Yellow Pete trying to collapse onto him. Now he's got Chow Mei diving on. Clear up as well. They're collapsing on Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete's going to get dropped. He cannot pick up any kills off the back of that. He was just manhandled throughout that. Snoopy wants to finish him off. They can't get anything from it. And after a perfect Malphite ultimate there, in amongst Froggen's, I cannot believe Weezhao came on top of that one. They just closed down. Yellow Pete tried desperately to get onto Weezhao, but they just couldn't do the damage. He just dashed away and said, right, clear love, defend me.
Such a close fight there. Pulling in Froggen could have been disastrous because he was sitting in them with the file, spamming the wall, spamming the Qs, and it was just a matter of everyone on WE pulling back at just the right moment. By the end of that fight, they were all at less than 1/3 health. Now their life's healing up. It's a 4-man Baron. They're tanking the damage, passing it off very well. They're going to get this Baron, and that's so many team fights in a row that they've squeaked ahead of, but then taken a huge objective afterwards. Before it was towers, now it's Baron. This
is not available now for Wicked, but he did not want to get involved in that one. That was not the fight because they've managed to separate Chow Mei. They've got for Weezhao. That's it. They wanted. FCZF is going to drop instead. They do not know. He flashed away. The Ignite's running on him. They have managed to come round. Weezhao's taking out Crepo, looking across the side. Snoopy's going to get dropped as well. Weezhao takes him down as well. You can see now Messiah's going to close in. The Cuartos ultimate's not going to pick one up. Just FCZF. But WE come out on top. Messiah with the double kill. Weezhao with the double kill. And Yellow Pete, the only man surviving, just backing away. And the ping goes down on the Nexus for WE.
WE, such great execution in that fight. You thought that they had a window when Chow Mei got zoned out by CLG EU and they all converged in the mid lane, but what happened is so many members went away to follow Messiah and they could not touch him. Such good play by everyone on WE. That team communication actually outclassing CLG EU this game, and they're going right down for these inhibitors. They might not actually be able to take the Nexus here. They're very low. The death timers are up. Creepo's alive. They're going to try to just, I don't know how they're going to finish this yet.
Weezhao trying to turn out towards Yellow Pete there. Yellow Pete just trying to force him away as best he can. Crepo's going to come around as well, but the inhibitor has gone down, and once those two inhibitors goes down, it becomes incredibly difficult to come back from. Crepo's going to try and set these up for Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete farming out as quick as he can, just trying to defend those turrets, but that's one Nexus turret down. They didn't get the second, so they held them off for a little bit longer, sustained the loss, but well, CLG in a desperate situation as WE pick up the next Baron. That's surely the end of CLG.
Well, this is CLG's last-ditch effort. They are all very low, and they're going to be finishing this Baron, but they'll be at low health. So if CLG gets another team fight, if they could somehow catch WE, they might be able to get this, and they're going to battle here.
They're going for it. They're going straight in. The Oriana ultimate destroys them. Weezhao with the collateral damage just obliterated the entire CLG. Chow Mei going very aggressive, but it doesn't matter. He's just trying to bait Froggen and Wicked into a fight here. FCZF's going to surely crap at a hook there. No! Froggen flashes across. That's an incredibly difficult flash to do as well. That's going to be the wall of pain going across, but he's just delaying the inevitable now. The Malphite ultimate, it's not going to be enough. Froggen's going to get dropped. He did just about get his distance going off there, but he's going to get dropped, and Wicked now just a fatal errors from CLG really have cost him in this one. He's trying to delay as much as possible. Yeah, they've realized it. Weezhao's going to get on towards that last final Nexus turret, and it looks like WE are going to take game one against CLG in this quarterfinals. Well, what a start to a game, and WE, you see what it means to them. They are so happy with that result, and well played there.
Sorry. Froggen's comfortable mid, second probably to Anivia, so really CLG trying to stay comfortable, trying to be good here. This counter pick back and forth, they burned two bans on
the team, and Team WE, aka World Elite, we call them WE, that's what we've been requested to call them. They are playing as the blue team. Team WE, of course, 1-0 up as that red side to begin with, and looks like, are we going to see anything crazy coming out? Wicked, of course, on Jace. He's going to be on you, Jat. He's going to be all over you, man, like a rash. He's going to be against Chow Mei in that top lane. So Shen versus Jace is something we saw at the EU Regionals. It did not go very well.
So the Shen is chopping the matchup, and here Wicked's actually running straight into Clear Love, trying to get that push. This is interesting.
He's trying to bait that one. He wanted to go for that aggression. You can see the layways coming down. Clearlove's hit points being taken down. Jace managed to kill him. Messiah going straight in there. The pull, trying to slow things down. They've hooked up towards Snoopy. The taunt comes out. Can Snoopy get away? They got the ignite down on Snoopy, I believe. I think his hit points might drop. He's got the heal going. Crepo's going to get dropped. Wee Zhao picks up first blood. Froggen's going to get his source. They're going to try and turn things around. Wee Zhao's going to be the target. Wee Zhao's on nothing. They flash. They get it. Froggen's got the layways down. Yellow P's also taken out very low as well. That's going to be Yellow Pete near drop. Clearlook. Wicked turns around. Wicked goes back in. Chow Mei's got to try surely get a taunt across. And it was a 2-1 death-defying exchange for both teams. Everybody going back home. That's the start we wanted. Wow. Well, Wicked on full health though. Full health and full mana. He's actually going to walk straight round into him. Does manage to get through the accelerator gate, which creates... Oh, the fear turns him against him. Oh, but the dash, the taunt misses. Wicked might be able to get out of this one. No, the ignite tick should go down. Chow Mei picks it up. That's 3-1 and a successful gank in the top lane.
Position, but it goes to what CLG is trying to do right now, which is very clearly stalled. Oh, there's a gank up top.
It's top, and it's going to be Wicked. Wicked surely going to go down from the back of this one. Chow Mei will pick it up. No, Clearlove stole it away. The jungler picking up the kill. That's fine. They're going to pass it out, and honestly that was such a clean mid-game phase. 20 minutes gone into this match, still just 600 gold between the two teams. Very much aggressive stuff here from Team WE. They're going to try and push this top lane. There's the Ezreal ultimate clearing out the bot lane, which you can see Corky is on Yellow Peak trying to push that bottom turret. There goes the ultimate, actually catching the entire creep wave, stopping him out. Messiah going to come around, the Ghost coming out, they're going to dive in. Crescendo though, back towards the tower, the court, the Alpha's ultimate is not going to be enough. Oracle's going to get burnt now, Snoopy goes down, Crepo goes down. Team WE cleaning house here for CLG, and Wicked just trying desperately to defend it. Oh my word, FCZF nearly got caught out by the backside of Wicked there, and they're going to come around. Froggen is there, the Wall of Pain should come around. He's going to be careful he doesn't get caught out too heavily though. He's going to surely get dropped eventually. There's the Shen ultimate onto Clearlove. He will get taken down. He's going to try and put a couple of layways down. He can't catch hold of Messiah. Yellow Pete in the meantime is just getting a free farm in the bottom.
Captain Magic Pen is going to crush down. Normally the Magic Pen build from Vladimir is more successful against teams that don't go. Oh, big fight down by Wee Zhao.
By bottom lane, Wee Zhao diving on towards Yellow Pete. He's got now to it, and Yellow Pete realizes the goose is cooked. Wee Zhao's going to take him down in a 1v1 fight. Wee Zhao very strong and picking up the red buff off Yellow Pete. Blue has spawned just at the right moment, and of course they're going to go in there. Wicked versus Chow Mei though. Wicked had to knock Chow Mei away there. I think Chow Mei's going to come out really careful. He's got to be very careful with this one. He's going to use the acceleration gate. He will be able to get away. The taunt could come out, could get a full length taunt here from Chow Mei. He's just about in range if he balances it. No, he's going to bait him instead. He's going to try and get towards the taunt. He's going to go down, and that's a straight 1v1 exchange. Chow Mei looking as he did go for that tanky build.
Nocturne up top.
Nocturne up top. They're going to dive in towards Wicked. Wicked manages to knock him away. He has got the ignite on, but that's going to be the turret damage going down there. He's got no support just yet. They are also triggering on Baron. Baron is going down as well, so Wicked is trying to keep them away from this inhibitor turret. Now we can look over Baron, please. You can see that CLG starting to go in there. There's the Crescendo. That's going to be the Vladimir ultimate. Meanwhile, Wicked and Cuartos is trying to force them away. That's going to be Froggen picking up the kill on Chow Mei. The ultimate's coming across. Is it going to help Snoopy out? He's going to get the double kill off the back of it. He's taken down Nocturne. FCZF has managed to survive though, and Yellow Pete backs away from that one. Very much a close exchange, but it was a 4v4. Oh, they're going to try and catch on. They're throwing pressure down. Wall of Pain's on Messiah. Messiah getting shredded. The Vlad, I don't think he's going to catch away. Froggen gets the kill though. Can they turn this into something? Yellow Pete having to Valkyrie away there. Just about getting caught out, but CLG now going to try and push the advantage on. And the crowd definitely turning in favour. They're going to try to pick up the Baron off the back of this one. I'm not too sure it's a great thing to go for though.
They've waited so long. They have not made any moves. This is their move. They got the pick onto Vladimir. They may as well just try this. Shen's trying to split push. They're going to force him to come in. They are going for this. Or they're going to peel. Wicked's behind the side.
They're going to peel. Froggen looks like he wants to catch it. He's called the Wall of Pain. He's going to go for FCZ. FCZ's going to get dropped down. Clearlove, meanwhile, there's the Shadow ultimate. He comes in. Wee Zhao still off to the side, giving the damage. That's the hook from Snoopy. Clearlove goes down. Double kill again for Froggen. Now they can turn to Baron in safety and surely pick it up.
They're still potentially going to try to stall, but that was an amazing peel. They got the cards well down. They have the initiation. WE clearly does not, because they are not fighting on their own terms here. CLGU trying to get it. Ezra's going to try to come in and steal with his ultimate, but that is not even going to be close. That was for harass. Here comes CLGEU now. The stall has happened 40 minutes into the game. They've gotten 5 of the last 6 kills. They're in control.
Yellow Pete's going aggressive there. He wants to catch out Wee Zhao. I'm not too sure if Wee...
Trying to split push, but this time it's now CLGEU who has the upper hand. You don't see it in the gold, you don't see it in the kills, but you see it in the way the teams are playing, because all of the pressure and control is in the hands of Froggen's team. So here, they're poking down. The Shen split push is now forcing something. It's going to be a matter of CLG having to force something or send him back, because otherwise they're going to lose this backdoor inhibitor.
He's on the inhibitor. Shen is going to be working on it. We can see CLG going to push their own inhibitor. Shen's going to have to react. He's going to try and steal that inhibitor, then ultimate back. Here we go. There they go. The turning point comes in. CLG were well aware of that one. They managed to knock Clearlove back. Snoopy's in there, trying to look at all the action going on. Yellow Pete's going to get taken down very low. Messiah's going to get in there. Plus the ultimate across the inside. See the crescendo comes across. The Desonia's hourglass was popped. CLG are dropping like flies on the back of this one. Team WE are definitely coming out on top. There's the Cuartos ultimate though. Should be able to come back up. Doesn't pick up the kill. Messiah and Wicked in there. But Xiaomei comes back. Guardian Angel comes back. He takes down Crepo just the last round. Crepo manages to get the kill. Yellow Pete very low. Xiaomei should be able to get a taunt on him. He's got the help of his support. Ever the support is there, and it's a 3-on-4 exchange. CLG coming out on top. More importantly, the AD carry alive, and they're gonna take that inhibitor down.
The first big play there by CLG EU, pushing into the...
At all. No vision what CLG are doing. So every time, every attempt they try and make to try and squeeze those wards in there, there's only one ward available now to Team WE. They're almost out of wards. They're going to have to go blind into this fight. FCZ, you can see, he really wants to get that ward in, but he's so careful he doesn't get hooked out. That wall of pain, the acceleration gate, if every time they go close, they're getting a burst of damage in their face.
This is just CLG controlling here. They might catch out Clearlove here. They're going for it.
They're going for Clearlove. Has he got him? Yes, he does. Clearlove's going to get dropped down here. He's going to try and use his ultimate to try and get away. It is not going to happen. Froggen picks up the kill off the back of this one. CLG now in a 4-man advantage. Going to turn it back to Baron. They're not going to drive it home, which is a wise choice. There's a huge creep wave on the bottom inhibitor turret right now for CLG. If you just look down there, look at that. That's going to work the damage. They're going to have to deal with it. Team WE have backed off this one. It's going to be a Baron for CLG.
A free Baron here, 52 minutes into the game. They're pulling ever closer to that gold, but the gold does not matter for CLG right now. People are at max item builds. They have the better late game team comp, and more importantly, they stick together. They have not been getting picked off. WE has been getting picked off. They're pushing down these turrets now. What is going to be able to stop them? Because they have been so patient. They have played together so incredibly well, and now they might be able to finish this one off.
We talk about that huge death timer, still over 20 seconds on Clearlove. Clearlove's not going to be involved in this fight, and now you can see Wicked just drilling home. The difference of having Jace and Yellow Pete in there, they can just have a double AD attack. They are stacking out, and those inhibitors are just getting dropped like flies. Wei Zhao's going to be careful he doesn't get pulled up. They're just going to back away from this one, say job done. When 2 inhibitors are down, it is very... Starting to farm up like a pro as well, and wow, such huge numbers, as you'd expect in a 54-minute game. CLG on the attack. Clearlove again has to be careful he doesn't get caught out. That's going to be the speed buff used. Clearlove is going to get caught. He's going to have the shield. He's got a Guardian Angel. It is not going to matter. It's going to get popped back up in a moment, but he is going down from this one. There's no way, even with a flash, the Shen ultimate is going to get dropped down. Shen ultimate now waiting. That's going to be a exclamation point straight across. Messiah gets dropped. Wei Zhao, look at the damage. He is just getting choked down. CLG are going to take this game. We are going to see a 3rd match in this best of 3 series. Xiaomei going to respawn off the Guardian Angels. He's going to get dropped off the back of that one. They don't give a hell about him. Now, I had to adopt my words there, but he's going to get taken down. The Nexus turrets are being attacked. They're going to tank it up. CLG EU are taking it to game 3.
And finally, at the end of it, they do come ahead on kills and on goals, so this is incredible.
The crowd are on their feet. The team are on their front feet, and CLG, you see what it means.
They wanted that pick. It's weird because I was expecting potentially something like Rise just to get more roots and get more team fights starting. They think they have enough of it with Leona and the Maokai. There is a lot of strong disengage coming out from CLG EU. With all of that, though, this is a much stronger initiating team.
It is going to be CLG EU. They are going to be playing as the blue side, and Team WE as the red side. Let's get this one underway, Jat.
And here we have both teams just running out. There was the one clash we saw in there. I'm almost going to call it an epic 5-game set that we had over at LA Live. There was just the one time they actually fought at level 1. They've now had 3 days to prepare. Do they come out with anything special here at very early stages of this game? Don't. We know CLG is going to be able to just hold the fight off. And here could be that 3-man gank that we thought might come early. This could be action. Wicked, low health, does have flash and heal, so they have to get Ignite down on him early if they're going to try to do this dive. but they could very well, the creeps are not quite lining up. This is going to be a monstrous wave when it does hit the tower, and Wicked doesn't really see this coming. ClearLove trying to throw down some scouts, making sure that CLG doesn't know this coming, and they don't. They're slowly pushing this wave into the tower. Wicked going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to try to start this off with the Leona dive. She's going to get her armor aura up, try to take the first hit. If they do that right, they're going to get a kill.
So here they go, Leona comes around, ClearLove shows himself, they're going to twist the advance, he's going to drop without any choice whatsoever. He's still not gone down, finally does go down there. And you can see FCZF taking a lot of damage, but it certainly was not enough. And a very, very successful game from Team WE.
So well executed. The Leona, they got the Ignite down, they made it so his heal didn't matter. CLG was not on the case. First blood, and they're going to get some tower damage out of this. Also, Snoopy's map presence is gone, so they know exactly where he is. They do not have to worry about ganks. That's a very strong early move, and they might try to dive Snoopy too. Same tactic.
They're doing the exact same thing, and Snoopy's surely going to go down. He's going to try and catch up to FCZF, and he flashes out of the tower damage. Beautifully executed by Team WE. No! It's going to be Froggen with the ultimate. He will pick up that kill off the back of that one. But it does mean he's burnt that ultimate, but it's a saving grace there. It also gives the assist, of course,
to deep wards and trying to catch off Snoopy. They do see him in the jungle, so they might know it's coming. Wicked, much caution here. They're going for another blue steal.
Yeah, the blue steal perfectly timed by Team W. Remember, they picked it up on the first time, and their blue, however, because Snoopy is in that jungle, is very much safe. You see Olaf is backed away there. Snoopy's going to get caught out. Twisted advance, that's going to be the Vladimir ultimate. Snoopy will drop off the back of this one. He's just about surviving. Finally, they see the ultimate poking off them from Messiah. He gets the kill, and they are going to back away from this one. Completely safe. There is no Cuartos ultimate available, of course, because he just used it, and now Team WE in a very strong position in this just one game playoff.
They've really came out strong, and if it's about starting fights, they've done it with tower dives and with invading the blue, and they might just go for Wicked once again here. He does hit the level 6, so he does have a lot of help, but there's no one here to help him. If they can get the wave to the tower, which is Wicked is trying his best to make sure they don't, spamming the wave back, he would be dead. They're going to camp this and wait until they get in on here. Wicked might see this coming, and there we have a dive onto top lane. Can they get Xiaomei?
Xiaomei's going to go down the back of this one. He will do. Yes, he will. And that's going to be, though, ClearLove. You can see Wicked in all kinds of danger.
Aside from those early tower dives.
Of course, we know they have to try and prevent that. Storm, they're diving on towards Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete's going to go down to the bottom lane. Has not got an ignite on him, though, so he's going to turn safe from this one. No! It's going to be FCZF. Turns it back around. Very nice play. The Cuartos ultimate will pick up the kill, though. And that is going to be Wei Zhao just about escaping as well. And honestly, I thought he got away with it, but really nice.
Can solo Olaf is when CLG wins the game, because other than that, they won't have enough to touch onto Yellow Pete and clear him out. So it's a race against time for WE, and just stepping back a bit, with the way WE lanes in this game and all the others, it's very clear that they have some of the best individual players in the world, because CLG has them, as they might see a dive here. They really want to do something. Here they come!
They're diving on towards Yellow Pete down the bottom. That's going to be the ultimate from FCZF. He gets dropped in seconds there. ClearLove diving on towards him. Crepo's also in danger. FCZF can try and pick this one up. Wei Zhao picks up the kill, and that was a double on that bottom lane. Very nice play from Team WE. They really are collapsing and pushing the pace on CLG.
That's the second tower. They found a way to create this. They've started their things, and it's up until 20 minutes they've been killer this entire tournament. After that,
see Wei Zhao going for it. ClearLove is there as well. The acceleration gets used by Wicked. He's going to walk through a ward, which means Twisted Advance can get on him, but immediately knocks ClearLove back. He's going to try and turn the damage around. He's got Skarner coming in now. Snoopy is there. Snoopy's hooked in. There's going to be ultimate from Froggen coming out. Wei Zhao's the target. If they can take Wicked, that has shut him down very nicely. He had a 3-0-2 on the back of that one. So that is, we're going to start talking team fights. The team compositions of these two, how would you put it in a flat-out 5v5? Wow, the damage coming out towards Messiah there. That was a death by a grass fused up, but Froggen was baiting it in. Flashes out of there, ClearLove coming in. He is still on the base turret, so he's going to be taking the damage. Absolutely zero on ClearLove. ClearLove goes down. Froggen drops as well. FCZF is going to drop on the back of this one. Messiah also going to be targeted. The Cuartos ultimate's going to come out. You can see now Snoopy coming from the side, going straight for Messiah. Hooks onto Messiah. There comes Wicked from the bushes. Get it onto him, and that's going to be Crepo going down. Oh, sorry, Wicked going down as well. Wicked diving on them. Xiaomei gonna get back away from this one. Very, very tight fight. 3 for 3. Wicked on the backside. They can see that ClearLove's there, and they might catch ClearLove out. Instead, Team WE want to engage this one. Messiah's taken very low. Froggen's gonna get dropped in this one, but they're all stood in there. And no, Froggen still has not gone down. There's the ultimate. Now he's gonna get dropped. Messiah's gonna go down off the back of that. You can see Wei Zhao's also down. Olaf's down. CLG picking up multiple kills off the back of that. You can see Messiah also going to get dropped in there. Wicked dives straight in. They can take the Baron off the back of this one. Snoopy is still alive, but more importantly, Yellow Pete and Wicked are there to tank it out.
That fight was so forced by WE. They initiated through a wall of pain, which made everything lackluster. They're now forcing down Miss Baron, and this is CLG EU's experience coming in. They know how to team fight. WE has the individual skill because they win the early game and they win the laning, but they just can't seem to get the fights, and CLG EU is masterful. This Baron is tricky for them. They're doing a very good job tanking back and forth. Closest target always getting hit, and there they get the Baron. They've won the team fight. This is mid to late game. How does WE come back?
Very low. Now they could try and force that Baron.
They're really going to try this, but there is the risk that Clearlove could flash in and smite it. CLG might be worried about this. If anything, they're going to try to peel this immediately unless they see that he's going to flash in. They get the wards down. They might just rush this down. He's going to try to steal this. This is going to be close. Either way, they're just poking him back with so much damage he can't even go in. They're going to get it.
They're going to get it, and you can see this just through Wei Zhao. Wei Zhao trying to push it off from range. Oh, they nearly got the steal, but the smite comes out from Snoopy there. And actually, off the back, you can see Clearlove went down to Froggen. They realize it, they pinged it. They're going to try and engage them on their CLG. Let's try and gather in this bush. We want to go for Sinner. TWE cannot. They're going to have to back away. That's not the move they wanted. And again, just caught between two minds.
They didn't want to engage a full 5v5, but they got caught by a Cuartos wall.
And Messiah getting hooked in there. They tried to go for it. Salme trying desperately to close in. Clearlove now on the back of this one. They're trying to get in there, but FTZF getting melted. Messiah's going to get dropped there by Yellow Pete. They do take Yellow Pete down. Cuartos actually dropped. Sorry, Yellow Pete's still alive. And there goes the Cuartos ultimate. And that's going to surely be the end of the game. But you can see the double coming out. Froggen picks it up. Wei Zhao, the one surviving member, has to back away. They have enough to finish this game. They're going to have Super Minion Wave coming up the mid lane. Yellow Pete's just quite happily to tank this one. He's got a creep wave coming up. He's just going to zone out, zone back in, and surely this is the game.
If Wei Zhao would have been finished by Wicked, I'd say this is the end of the game for sure, but with this, he might be able to fend so hard. 2 Guardian Angels here for CLG. Only 15 seconds left on the death timer for Clearlove and FCZF. Instead, CLG EU is going to try to take the circle of inhibitors here. If they can get the third down, even if they just take the turret out here, they know they have the game in complete control. None of their Guardian Angels even got popped in that fight. They are sitting so pretty right now. There's no reason for them to force it through, and that damage from Yellow Pete is the reason they're so
Well, a massive part of it for Yellow Pete. As soon as he does get in there, they put the ward down. That's going to get cleared straight out. In dodge the axe out. Alright, get launching damage towards Team WE. See CZF into the brunt of that. Froggen's just hanging off in the background. He knows they're going to likely to engage on him. And still, CLG very patient here, despite the fact they've just clearly won a big team fight. 9-4 up in turrets, 18-4 in kills. Massive gold advantage of 8K currently. Just 42 minutes gone into this game. Could be the fastest game we've seen CLG possibly win here in the Team WE quarterfinals. The game that never ended but could well be over shortly. Team WE started off so well. There it is. That's going to be the Vladimir ultimate. They're going on towards Wicked, but Messiah already damaged done. Snoopy is going to get dropped on the back. You can see Wicked diving in there. It's actually a good fight for Team WE here. Could they get the damage down? Salme tried desperately to get in there, but Yellow Pete again off the side, shredding them down. Guardian Angel popped by Messiah. He's going to spawn. They're trying to take Yellow Pete down. They will. They're going to get him down. FCZF drops off the back of the Froggen ultimate, and there is Yellow Pete. Come back from the Guardian Angel, of course, and CLG come out 4-on-1. Surely the game is now over. Jat, it is going to finally end.
The game is over. CLG moves on. They will face Azubu Frost in the next semi-final. Look at them right now. They just look relieved, happy, waving out to the crowd of online viewers.
Standard, honestly, wow, just look at those games. How good are they? CLG EU versus Azubu Frost. That will be coming up later on, but first up, it is going to be Taipei Assassins versus M5 BenQ. What a fantastic game that could be coming up. I mean, you've got 2 ultra aggressive teams.
And that could very well be the highest kill, most aggressive game of this entire tournament. Taipei Assassins won their quarterfinal matches in 26 and 30 minutes.